Hello parents, my name is Mr. Nijhout-Rowe. I'm the Math 2 teacher this semester for your student. I wanted to give you a little tour of how online math works so you're familiar with it. I know a lot of us are new to Canvas this semester, so I definitely wanted to give you a look at that, just a couple little things so you'll know how to get around if you ever look at it. So let me switch over to that. Here we go. All right, so this is the student's view of Canvas. Whenever they log in and click on the Math 2 class, this is the screen it'll come to. And this screen, it's called modules. Here I have up top, the top module is just course information, and then the getting started module, which is like just an intro. And this is down to our first math that we're doing. And I keep everything else hidden that we're not working on yet. So we've already done kind of our first little unit, we could call it, an introduction on solving equations. Everything's going to always follow this pattern. There's a little pre-quiz to see what we already know. There's going to be notes, and the notes are delivered via video, either by me or somebody else. What we're going to have happen is the students basically just watch the video with the notes. They're going to enter the examples that they go over in their notebook and then take a picture of that for a completion grade on the notes and turn that in. They practiced last week taking pictures of assignments and turning them in, so they should be good to go on that. But if they need any help, definitely let me know. Um, and then after the notes, we have an assignment. And I'm not going to do more than 10 problems at once because I want them to take the time. I want to see the work, how they're thinking about problems. So make sure not to overwhelm them. Sorry to break in like this, but I just rewatched that video and realized I left off the one of the most important things for homework. I never penalize students for not knowing how to do a problem, particularly one we haven't covered yet. So as long as the student writes down the homework problem and maybe what steps they tried or just something about the problem, if it's a word problem, drew a diagram as best they could to show that they've at least, written down, looked at it, pondered over it, so that we're not starting from scratch the next day when we go over it. So as long as they do that, they get full credit for their homework. And in fact, the first homework they turned in was I had shown exactly the format homework should be in, how to show your steps, how to get full credit. So they get most credit just for putting their name on top, putting the title of the homework, putting the date that it's due on it. And then if they write out their problems and show their work, they get 100% credit, even if it's not right. We can always go over and correct things. So no penalty for not knowing how to do something as long as they've shown that they've attempted it by writing down the problems and turn that in. All right, now back to the regular video. Then there's always going to be another practice set of another 10 problems. And then a post-test to see how they're doing on this stuff. In addition to this, I will use one other website, which is called Study Island, and there's links to it here, and they use their school Google login, so they don't have to memorize any more passwords or anything. And that's the most websites I'm going to give them. I'm not trying not to overwhelm anybody with too much going on. So one of the things up here in the Canvas and the course information is this link that says Zoom recordings. So it will take you to a link of all of our in-class things, and I cut out like the taking attendance part and keep the part where we're going over examples and stuff. And here's one example. You could just scan through it. And anyway, and besides a little warm-up math activity, the most of what I reserve class time for is answering problems to questions, particularly on days when there are homework problems due, to make sure everybody has a chance to ask me questions. I try not to take more than 15-20 minutes with organized activities outside of, like, with lessons. As you saw, I have a video ready to go where they take notes. I don't like doing lessons via Zoom because people might cut in and out and stuff. When it's on a video like that, they can scan back and forth. I do always stay on Zoom for the complete hour of class so that students, as they're working on problems, can pop back on if they have a question or if they think of one after class is over. In addition to that, I also have a link where they can go to this form. They don't even have to talk to me to book one-on-one meeting time if they want to meet outside of class. So they just go to this form, click on a time that works for them, and everything is set up and ready to go. I think that's about all I want to go over. The general information sheet kind of has the Zoom link, things like that. Um, the grades are the grades in Canvas. Some of those get transferred over to PowerSchool, and we'll see how that works as the year goes on. I definitely give the students plenty of time to do the work, and I'm not going to knock them for being late, particularly if they have questions and stuff like that. So the most important thing here with us being online and not being in a class, I can't see when students get frustrated or their shoulder slump, things like that. So I need to make sure that they communicate with me. I want to make sure that everybody understands what we're doing, and that they're prepared for Math 3 after this course. This course does not have an EOC, but Math, an end of course test, Math 3 will. So we need to make sure they're ready for that next year when they sign up for that course. Um, I think that's about it. Hopefully you filled out this parent contact sheet. That was one of the first assignments they had. So hopefully they passed that along to you. Think that's all the important stuff for now. Always just drop me a line if you have any questions or concerns, and I'd be happy to address them as quickly as possible. Also, this meeting link, it's not just for the students. You can use it as well if you'd like to meet and talk with me. Those are only during school time, so if you want to do a phone call or a Zoom after school hours, just drop me a line. Just send me an email. All right, looking forward to this semester.